Partners for Progress of Greater St. Charles was created to embrace the qualities that make St. Charles County one of the top areas in the St. Louis region and in the nation. Founded in 2001, this prestigious group of major employers, influential business owners, and civic leaders is continuing its goal to make Greater St. Charles a nationally renowned and most livable community. To measure regional progress, PFP focuses on the primary indicator areas of economy, education, environment and infrastructure, and health. Advocating public policy issues is also at the forefront of the partners' activities. The Partners for Progress of Greater St. Charles are once again pleased to recognize leading businesses, organizations, governments, and individuals who are advancing progress in St. Charles County and beyond. For the 2010 Health Progress Award, the Partners for Progress are pleased to recognize the City of Lake St. Louis for enacting St. Charles County's first smoking ban in bars, restaurants, and other public places.
This is a public health statement, basically. This policy is to protect the citizens and the people who work here in Lake St. Louis. Lake St. Louis is a healthy, active lifestyle city. We have kayaking, we have boating, we have hiking, we have our Lake St. Louis Triathlon. It's a community that people can participate in an active lifestyle.
This bold move by the city is designed to fight the impact of secondhand smoke and the risks and healthcare costs associated with tobacco use.
We are a leader in most policy here in the county, and I think it was time for us to introduce this to show everyone else in the county that this is the right thing to do.
Congratulations to the City of Lake St. Louis for promoting healthy lifestyles and smoke-free public environments through their new smoking ban. With the 2010 Education Progress Award, the Partners for Progress are pleased to recognize the Orchard Farm School District for their efforts to expand their curriculum, activities, and student involvement in METS, math, engineering, technology, and science. Orchard Farm High School did that in 2010 with its inaugural first robotics team engaged in this varsity sport of the mind.
The Orchard Farm robotics team really got roots last year when we put together some committees and started observing some of the robotics activities in the county. As a rookie team this year, the kids learned a lot. I think not only the kids, but our teacher sponsors and our mentors learned a lot. We partnered with Boeing and had several mentors through that program. So they finished right in the middle of the pack. It was a great showing for the first year, and they're really excited, and the energy now is in place, I think, to make robotics a long-term commitment with the Orchard Farm School District and the high school in particular.
High school students also participated in a First Tech Challenge using mid-sized robots to learn about the potential of becoming science and technology leaders. In addition, Orchard Farm School District is implementing Project Lead the Way, which will offer hands-on pre-engineering classes in both their high school and middle school curriculum.
When you say engineering, there's lots of different things that engineering really means. And part of what we want to do in helping students be prepared for the world in math and science is to make sure that they have a fundamental understanding of all the career opportunities that are available through math, science, and engineering.
Congratulations to the Orchard Farm School District as they broaden the engagement of their students in the exciting disciplines of math, engineering, technology, and science. For the 2010 Environment Progress Award, the Partners for Progress are pleased to recognize the cities of Cottleville and Dardenne Prairie for setting the example by developing sustainable, LEED-certified city halls. After conducting city business out of trailers, rented office space, and people's homes, Cottleville opened their new $5.3 million Green City Hall and police station in spring 2009.
Building to LEED standards was an easy decision, not only for me, but for the citizens of Cottleville. We wanted to be on the cutting edge. We wanted to set an example for other cities in the St. Charles County.
This 15,000 square foot sustainable city facility also anchors the 37-acre Cottleville Legacy Park. In Dardenne Prairie, their new $4 million City Hall opened summer 2009. This 18,000 square foot facility incorporates cutting-edge technology such as solar vacuum tubes for energy collection and is surrounded by a civic park and amphitheater.
We have some beautiful, beautiful flooring in City Hall that is all recycled material. We have a lot of natural materials that we used in City Hall, such as granite and recycled mahogany for most of the furniture. In fact, in my bathroom in City Hall, my vanity is in fact made out of sunflower seeds.
Dardenne Prairie's Green City Hall is designed to anchor the new master plan downtown the city envisions for the heart of the community. Congratulations to the cities of Cottleville and Dardenne Prairie for setting a new standard for governmental offices that are environmentally sensitive, energy efficient, and sustainable in St. Charles County. For the 2010 Infrastructure Progress Award, the Partners for Progress are pleased to recognize the Missouri Department of Transportation for completing the reconstruction of I-64 ahead of schedule, under budget, and as promised in St. Charles County and the metropolitan region. The new I-64 reopened on December 7, 2009 in St. Louis County after 3 years of work and at a total cost of $524 million. By managing the project, MoDOT saved the taxpayers $11 million. In St. Charles County, the reconstruction of Highway 40 to interstate standards took almost 13 years and cost nearly $126 million for construction and over $40 million for right-of-way acquisitions.
Well, you know, the interstate standard is the highest standard of road we build in the United States. It's not only it moves the most traffic, but it also is the safest. So that interstate designation really means something, and then there's the psychological impact of having an interstate. You know, people want an interstate in their community because it means a lot of things about commerce and jobs, and when companies look to relocate, they want to know how close are you to an interstate.
The final major phase was completed in October 2009 with the opening of the new Prospect Bridge and Interchange in Wentzville and Lake St. Louis. In St. Charles County, up to 77,000 vehicles travel every day on sections of the new I-64, and that figure climbs to nearly 170,000 on sections elsewhere in Metro St. Louis.
If MoDOT's getting awards, that means that we're doing things right, and we're here to serve the public. Ultimately, our customers are the ones that benefit when we do things good.
Clearly, Highway 40 I-64 is a major corridor in our region and plays an indispensable role for all those who live, work, play, and travel through the metropolitan area. Congratulations to the Missouri Department of Transportation for easing the flow of transportation and opening new avenues for growth and development by reconstructing I-64 in St. Charles County and the metro region. For the 2010 Economy Progress Award, the Partners for Progress are pleased to recognize Novus International for growing their world headquarters in the Missouri Research Park, creating new high-tech jobs in a challenging economy, and achieving the highest sustainable rating possible with their Platinum LEED certified facility.
We were looking in terms of 3 C's. The 3 C's were cost, culture, and communication. So in terms of cost, it had to be cost competitive with staying in Maryville Center. An environment where people were closer together, where we would have a open environment. So if you go around, you'll find there's no one in a closed office. Everybody is in a cubicle. They're all 7 by 8. They're all the same. And we wanted to have that, open up that kind of teamwork and communications.
Novus is a leading developer of animal health and nutrition programs for the poultry, pork, beef, dairy, aquaculture, and companion animal industries. This international life sciences business has over 2,000 clients in 80 countries. The Novus vision is to help feed the world affordable, wholesome food and achieve a higher quality of life. That and more being accomplished from their $20 million green headquarters in St. Charles County and their offices and facilities around the globe. Based in St. Charles County since 2008, Novus has brought more than 230 new high-tech jobs to the area and is still growing.
People who come here enjoy being here. So we have had really no great difficulties in staffing.
Congratulations to Novus International for growing their global headquarters and high-tech jobs in St. Charles County and achieving Platinum LEED certification for their new facility. Partners for Progress is pleased to recognize all of the 2010 Progress Award winners: the cities of Cottleville, Dardenne Prairie, and Lake St. Louis, the Orchard Farm School District, the Missouri Department of Transportation, and Novus International. Thank you for making progress a measurable reality in St. Charles County, the metropolitan region, and around the world.